Hey, let's check in with the first 7 chapters of Broken Places, Outer Spaces by Nydia Corafor, nonfiction memoir of science fiction writer Nydia Corafor, talking about how, as a young woman, I think 17, 18, she went in to have surgery to correct scoliosis, which was supposed to be kind of a pretty much slam dunk, something that was like, there was only a 1% chance that it might paralyze her. And it was the 1%. She ended up paralyzed for a time. And this book recounts her beforehand, how she was long-legged, fast, able to run from racist bullies screaming, horrible epithets at her. How she, how she was an athlete, a star athlete, was someone who was doing track, was doing, was the height of physical kind of power, and suddenly was laid low by this, and how that's it takes her into different places. She says she wasn't particularly interested in science fiction, stuff like that, before all of this, that science fiction was something that white guys, who kind of like the white guys, colonial guys who burst into places like where her parents originally came from. She originally came from the Congo, came from Nigeria, and that it just didn't seem like it had anything to do with her. It was a space for white people to boldly conquer and discover, and she felt more a kinship for the aliens that were being conquered and discovered. Not surprisingly, kind of the transfer of colonial fiction to other genres of fiction, adventure fiction, science fiction, and stuff like that. As she's talking about being paralyzed and the pain, she's actually finding more kind of resonances in someone like Frida Kahlo, someone who had spina bifida, trolley accident, shattered her pelvis, pierced her. She died at 47, but left behind a whole bunch of art, transforming all that pain into art, into something that would speak down, transcend her life, her short life. So yeah, that's where we are at the start. She talks about masquerades in Nigeria, the masquerade, a tradition of young boys, men dressing up in colorful kind of costume as the masquerade and chasing people around and then running from it. Which is, that is something that I've seen in her work. This is somebody whose work I've read. I've read Binti, and I've read her Akata Witch series, both of those series. I've also read Lagoon, which is Lagos, Nigeria. That seems to be a bit more of a lesser work. I don't know if it's a lesser work. It seemed to resonate a little less with me than Binti and Akata Witch. Both works that are kind of strange to me, but in ways that definitely have kept in my head, even though I was somewhat frustrated with them as I read them. But, I'm a slow reader, and sometimes it can take years for me to finally, for a book to percolate into my brain. Well, I think they'd percolated in already because they were just definitely there. So yeah, that's the start of Broken Places, Outer Spaces by Nydia Corafor. Finding the creative in unexpected places, in the unexpected. Finding the creative in the unexpected, something like that. Yeah, interesting nonfiction kind of essay. Since it's only like 2 hours long, it's like a long essay, I guess, is what you would call it. Essay memoir. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later.